Let's go. Okay, let's go. Crusader 5. So let's learn. This guy is actually playing Tidehunter. I don't want to flex my stats to the Tidehunter, but I will. Because I don't know, man. I don't know why I want to do those things. It's like an urge dwelling inside of me. I can't stop myself from doing it. But yeah, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you. Because I'm really humble. 63-40, 61% win rate. Tidehunter. So, what's your comment in this game? Blank? You're like Bam. Did you also mention you're 7K now? Yeah, I didn't mention it. But people know it for some reason, so I don't need to say it, you know? Yeah, I mean, I'm just, I don't know, man. Maybe it's part of my personality, or maybe it's part of the problem. But yeah, let's focus on this game right now. I appreciate your time, Sina or Sina. I really enjoy your coaching. Just to tell you, it's really rare to have player like you, especially if you're playing in Europe or American region. Okay? That kind of attitude is really rare in that region. So I really enjoyed talking to you. And I almost give up coaching you because you're not responding. But yeah, I love the coaching session. And hopefully you enjoy the weekend and then you win a lot of games. And let's focus on this Tidehunter. Since you don't have a comment, let's go with the flow. Tidehunter, so you have Invoker support, I guess? And you're going to play against Spectre. And then Witch Doctor. Yes? For sure, it's going to be Spectre, either Witch Doctor or Lina, or Podge, but that's griefing. Most likely, it's going to be Spectre and then Witch Doctor. So if it's going to be Spectre and then Witch Doctor, your itemization is really bad. Why? Like, why would you go for Healing Salve against them? You're only going to play Healing Salve if the enemy has burst damage. Something like, let's say Keeper of the Light, Juggernaut's Pain, Juggernaut's Blade Fury, Keeper of the Light's Illuminate, what else? Visage Soul Assumption, like really high damage spell. That is not going to be damage over time, just burst damage, nuke damage. Okay? Because the Healing Salve it really takes short. Like, the duration is only 10 seconds and then you'll get like 400 HP already, right? Really short period of time, you'll get healed. But when it comes to the Tango, 16 seconds, 7 health per second, okay? So, what I'm trying to say is that since you need to recognize what kind of damage the enemy will deal in the lane and itemize from it, okay? So, the Spectre wants to die, you should grant his wish. Go for Gush right now and then right click him to death. I don't know why you're AFK. But yeah, I don't like the salve in here. I like the Ring of Protection for sure. But maybe you can even go for something like Ring of Regen, or just go for double Gauntlets of Strength and a double branch like stats. But I don't really like this Healing Salve. Ring of Protection is fine. I'm not going to recommend Soul Ring immediately because if you go for Soul Ring, how can you sustain yourself? And you just gave the rune? What? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Basically, I don't want you to go for Soul Ring right now because you will have a problem when it comes to your sustain. Since the only way that they can kill you in this particular lane, Witch Doctor and then Spectre, is through magical damage. Okay? It's not going to be physical damage. It's not going to be pure damage. It's going to be magical damage, and it's not from the Spectre. It is going to be the witch doctor that is going to kill you, especially the maledict. So how can you prevent that from happening? I recommend you go for Ring of Health, upgrade it into Hood of Defiance, but before the Hood, you can go for Soul Ring for mana sustain, and then the stats. Okay, so you are just last hitting in here. Okay, that's good. Deny? Yeah, you cannot. Doing the creep aggro. Deny. Nice. Last hit. Keep on last hitting. Yeah. You don't need to creep aggro like that. Your creep aggro mechanic is so bad that you're taking unnecessary damage. See your creep aggro after this one, right? So you're going to de-aggro in here. After attacking this, look what you're going to do. You immediately attack the Spectre, even though you're so close with the range creeps and then the melee creeps, right? So what will happen is that they will turn around, they will turn against you, and yeah, you get attack. Even though it's very small amount of damage, those small damage will pile up together, and then it will force you to use your tango. Okay, so don't take unnecessary damage. Alright, just keep on last hitting. What are we going to do? Last hit the melee creep. Okay. Anchor smash, nice. Last hitting. You went for Kraken Shell immediately. Okay. Well, I cannot really blame you, because if you maybe you're not communicating with your invoker. Like if it's me, I can reserve the Kraken Shell. Because if the enemy is being out of place, you can go for Gush, and then you turn around. Like here, see this guy? See that guy? If you have Gush, debuff duration is 4 seconds. But since you don't have Gush, he just walk away, right? He survive, or maybe he take less damage because of it, right? Kraken Shell level 1 damage block is only 18 damage. Come on, bro, 18 damage only. So, yeah. And then you actually went for Boots first item, even though it's not needed in the lane. Like, the enemy don't care if you have Boots or you don't have Boots. If you're tanky, if you have sustain, like the Ring of Health that I've mentioned, you're fine in the lane. Okay? So, your skill build, your itemization is the problem in your laning stage right now. I mean, maybe that's your usual itemization, but it's not being optimized into the lane. It's not playing to win the lane. It's just playing to lane only. Your Tidehunter's itemization. You're just itemizing just to lane. You don't want to win the lane by adjusting, by getting out of your comfort. I was afraid I'll be out of position. That's why Boots. That's fucked up. I mean, now your build is 1-1-1, but the enemy is more cautious now, right? Those opportunity earlier, again, opportunity is rare. The enemy, when it comes to the mistakes, it's rare. Okay? Instead of waiting for the enemy to commit mistakes, which is really rare, like what's happening right now, you force them to commit mistakes. How do you force them to commit mistakes? You outplay them. Right? How can you outplay the enemy if your mind setting, if your game plan is always the same with your Tidehunter, right? You always go for Boots, you always go for Soul Ring. It's not even optimized for the lane. So there's no way that you're going to outplay the enemy if you're just playing with your comfort. I feel like this Tidehunter is my spirit animal. Yeah, like his mark. Yeah, you should be dominating this lane for me. Even though you have weak support like Invoker. Did you know Tidehunter is so strong against Spectre? It's so strong against Spectre. I actually want the hero whenever the enemy go for Spectre. I will always go for Tidehunter. See it here? The opportunity earlier that the Witch Doctor presented to you, it's not happening anymore. Right? He learned from it. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just giving him too much credit. But Yeah. Basically, he's not doing the same mistake again. So let's fast forward this game. This laning stage is so passive, man. It's really boring for me, but yeah, it's fine. At least we're learning, right? At least we're learning. You just don't recognize the power spike. You just don't recognize the hero matchup. And that's the problem. See the Spectre? He's just fine. Ah, you're using... Wait, are you using the other HUD? Like, the one that will be here in the right side? I think you're using it. The other HUD. Lacerating. You have Catapult. I don't know. Witch Doctor? Ah, you can die. Ah, you're going to turn around? Okay. 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 It's not even worth it. See it there? The Witch Doctor is not dying. It's the League settings. Yeah, most likely. League Heroes of New Earth. Go, turn around! Instead of you bullying them, you're being bullied. Now you don't have sustain, and then you're doing the walk of shame. You lost the lane. You lost the lane that is not supposed to lose. And then they win the lane that is not supposed to win. And then you TP it immediately with just a half HP or 70% HP. Ah, jeez. Okay, it's fine. Keep going. Why you don't gush? Just gush! Oh my gosh. You're waiting for so long. And then go turn around, Witch Doctor? Yes. Okay. But yeah, no more pressure, right? Because you missed your timing. It's so hard for you to kill them. You don't have Catapult. The Spectre's level 6 and then you're level 4. You're the same level as support. He just sleeping. Ah, okay. At least he managed to kill it. Are you going to block it? Don't block it. Don't block it. It's your farm. Okay. You should ping. You should tell your teammates that the Witch Doctor is missing, because the Witch Doctor could surprise gank the mid lane with the Ember Spirit. Denied. 1-2-2 build. Okay. The Witch Doctor is still gone. Why you're not doing it? That's because he is under tower? Yeah, for sure. But why you're not doing the creep aggro to force him to commit further? There's no way that you can pressure this guy. Just tell your invoker to get out of this lane. You're fine alone. He's even stacking still. So, you have many stacks. You should go for level 6 Anchor Smash and then clear it up. Because 9 minutes already, you still don't have neutral item. I don't really get the 1-2-2 build. For me, that's really passive. Like having 2 points in track and show, even though you're supposed to play aggressive, even though you're stronger than them. If you're going to play passive like this, the enemies like heroes like Spectre, Anti-Mage, Morphling, Arc Warden, they will love it. If you're going to play passive. You're dead. Ah, you're fine. Ah, you're dead. And then, now you're dead, they are going to clear the stack. Yeah. Easy. Look at the difference. 3.7 and then 2.7. 1k difference. Yeah, you lost the lane. Too bad for you. That's really sad. Nothing you can do there, just move on. So... Wait, you actually TP'd? You actually TP'd in here. Be careful when it comes to TPs like this. Why? Because the Lina is not yet showing. Although we can see it here that she's very low. But what if the Lina is just waiting for you to come back in the lane? Full HP or still a good amount of HP and then mana, and then bully you again. Right? You will be pressured again and then you don't have any sustain for yourself. See the Witch Doctor? So don't just TP like that. And yeah, the Invoker is saving your ass right now. You're lucky that the Invoker is here. He's saving you. Your mistakes, someone is covering your shit. You're so lucky that you have Invoker like this. He's reading the enemy's mind. Maybe he's hacking. Ah, you went for Ravage. Okay. I don't think you can actually kill even if you have Ravage. Seriously though, Ravage for plus 5? It's not even worth it. It's not really worth it, bro. Plus 5 Ravage? Look at the cooldown of your Ravage. 150. 150, and then look at the respawn time of the Witch Doctor. He only died for like what? 26 seconds? It's definitely worth it for him. That's really space. So be careful when it comes to your Ravage next time. It's not really worth it. Now it's out for 8 seconds. Even if you're going to play in bottom, even if the Lina... I mean, Lina is not afraid of you. You don't have Ravage. If you don't have Ravage, you cannot catch the Lina. You need +1 or +2 heroes. You're making call for get back. That's fine. Fudge. You're still going to fight? That's ward. Get out. Ah, you're going to lose. You're going to lose your life again. Face boots passive. Passive face boots. You died again. You don't have a game as Tidehunter. Alright. You need to adjust your playstyle. If you're having a rough start, you cannot afford to play aggressive. You actually made a call for get back, but you did not stick to it. You know that it's going to get ugly, and yeah, you keep buying the range ups. It's not a real item. Save money for cloak, at least. And why you're putting it in here? You just lost 100 golds in there because of that. Just farm it under tower. But then after you farm it under tower, you go to jungle. Good thing you have Observer Ward in there that is scouting the Lina, right? Because if you did not scout the Lina, you might die in here. And your build, look at your build, it's so bad. Kraken Shell. How can you recover if you're playing defensive? Right? You should recover by going for the Anchor Smash play. Why? Because you can farm faster with it. How can you farm if you don't have the Anchor Smash levels? Yeah, Ancients. It's going to take some time because it's only level 3. Okay, fighting again. You have your Ravage. Spectre is bad, okay. But after, so see it here, see this bad maneuver from you? After killing 2 heroes, after the enemy uses the Haunt, after you use your Ravage, instead of trying to take advantage of those 2 kills, you went back to the jungle and then farm, right? Because if you're going to take advantage of those deaths, you can still play to the mid lane, take the tower, right? You have catapult still, and then the enemy is heavily outnumbered. So why you're playing passive? Why you're going back to jungle? It's like, well, it's actually pretty common in low MMR brackets that after they team wipe the enemy, they're going back to jungle and then farm. That's really a bad habit of lower MMR brackets. That's one of the reasons why the games are so long, because they are not abusing those info. The enemy is so weak because they have no spells, and then they're outnumbered 3 versus 5. Is it actually worth it that you clear the Ancients and the tower is still standing? No, it's not. It's never gonna be worth it. Because we're talking about tower. The tower will never respawn. The Ancients will always respawn as long as it's not blocked. Alright? So, if you... Just to emphasize the mid tower. If you... Let me go for free camera. If you destroy this mid tower, yes, let's say you destroyed it. After destroying this mid tower, you can easily rotate. You can easily rotate into mid. You can invade this area. Wait, why I cannot draw? Why I cannot draw in the minimap? But yeah, nonetheless, if you take this mid tower, you can easily invade this area, or here and here, right? The map will be open. The map will be open if you are going to take the mid tower. Same goes for the bottom. If you take this bottom, this map will be open. These farms will be much safer to farm. Even here. It's a space for your team. The more tower you take, the more safe camps to farm. The more safe area to go. If you're going to take tower, of course. But if you don't want to take tower, it's fine. Keep playing with that limited vision and limited space. Finally, you have Hood of Defiance, 17 minutes in. You lost your game, Koi. You might be looking for replay analysis after this one, because I have nothing else. So you don't have Ravage, it's still on cooldown, and then the enemy is more likely going to defend this bottom. And it's going to be hard for you to take this one. Right? So you get my point now. Like, outnumbering the enemy, taking advantage of the spells. Right? Why you guys are invading this area, the outpost? If you just push the bottom tower, the enemy will naturally defend it. It's late. Even if you ravage the guy, like save the Razor, the Ember's still there with the remnants, and they're still haunt. I don't think it's a really nice ravage. So for the most part, your ravage is always defensive or reactive. That's why you're not getting objectives done, because you're playing reactive. You're just reacting to the enemy's movements. You're just waiting for the enemy to commit mistakes. But if you play proactive, if I'm the Tidehunter, I will make a call for my team that, guys, let's just take the bottom tower, because if we're going to destroy the tower, the enemy will defend us. So we don't need to chase them. We don't need to invade the triangle. They will just come to us, and then we have our spells. Right? That's way better. Way better approach. I wonder if you have any questions for me, Spum, while we're just waiting for the next action in here, because I think you're just going to walk in here, and you actually went for the Brigand's Blade. Interesting. I mean, why would you go for Brigand's Blade? You could be giving it to PA? Because your your attack speed is really low. And you're going to rely on the Anchor Smash. Bullwhip is actually good on you. But I don't really like the item, the Aghanims right now in this game. Because if you go for Aghanim, there's no proper initiation from your team. If you go for Blink Dagger, the PA can always play behind you. So let's say you have your Blink Dagger, you make a call, you blink in, you ravage, the PA can jump in immediately. But if you're just walking, like rolling watermelon, it's hard for PA to jump in as well. And the PA actually don't have Battle Fury for 20 minutes. I just realized it. I just saw it. 21 minutes Battle Fury. What the fuck? Well, you cannot actually blame the PA because your Tidehunter has 17 or 18 minutes Hood of Defiance. Everyone is having a bad time. You should get Bullwhip, man. You rely so much on the mana. You can get the Bullwhip, you can get the Vambrace. Not the Brigand's Blade. You don't have to. Brigand's Blade. So yeah. You're actually missing last hits as well, even though you're uncontested. If you're going to play recovery like this, make fucking sure that you're not going to miss any last hits. Okay? Make sure that you're not going to miss any last hit if you're playing recovery. Never miss a last hit if you're playing from behind. If you're playing with the advantage, it's fine to miss 1 or 2 CS in a quick wave. But if you're going to miss and then you're playing from behind, it's gonna be amplified. How can you recover if you're still item behind? And that Ravage is useless again. It's not needed. Why it's not needed? Why it's not needed? CM is there, and then the Lina don't have BKB anymore. See it here? And then the CM is actually walking towards, and then you manage to gush the Lina. That means the Lina is already slowed for 4 seconds with your gush. I think you actually went for the tal. Okay. So the gush is 4 seconds duration with the slow, and the CM is going to be there for follow. This one is overkill and not needed. You're actually good with last hitting, right? You managed to last hit the Lina. Congratulations. Now you just need to be consistent when it comes to last hitting the creeps uncontested. Okay? Practice it. And now the enemy is actually good, right? Enemy is really good. They know that you don't have Ravage, so why would they be afraid of you to fight? This whole situation is all your fault. This is not going to happen if you have Ravage. If you have Ravage, the enemy will think twice about committing, about defending it. But since you use your Ravage, the enemy know, and easy fight. You think you're doing a good job, but it's a really bad thing. If you think that you're playing good this game, think again. You're actually griefing your team. Even though it's a kill secured, it's still bad. You know. You have to always think about the possibilities. Like run scenarios to your head. All your fault indeed. I mean, if we're going to blame other guys, it's not going to help you as a Tidehunter, as a player, right? We can blame the Razor for overstaying. We can blame the CM for overstaying. But at the end of the day, it's you that I'm coaching, right? It's not going to make any sense if I'm going to blame others. Because when it comes to the path of learning, you have to accept the things that I'm saying first. Or, I mean, anyone else. You have to accept criticism first. You're still fighting with no Ravage. Isolated Razor. Yeah, sure, you got the podge, but... Okay. Back off. Back off right now. TP out now. TP out. You're going to die. Why TP out? They have nothing. They have no cancellation. Oh, you're going to die because you don't want to TP. Oh, TP. Oh, TP. Look at here. Look at here. One more time. Yes. After the chains. Look at this Lina. One more stun. Yes. And then they will go on this guy. On the PA. Right? TP. Immediately. Yeah? You can survive in there. But no. You killed yourself again. You killed yourself, bro. I mean, when it comes to coaching or when it comes to improvement, the attitude is really the most important part. It doesn't matter if you're actually getting the result after the coaching session. If your attitude sucks, you're going to get back to your habits. Because you have attitude. You're not that open-minded. But yeah, you're so bad, bro. You can actually TP in there. Again, that requires presence of mind. And also map awareness, like hero awareness. Like if it's me, I'm thinking, yeah, they have Fudge, Spectre no stun, the Ember just used the root, the Lina used the stun, so therefore no more cancellation for my TP, and then I just TP, and I survive, right? But no, you just walk and then you just died. Painful, painful death. And you're still going for Aghanim's. Even if you have Aghanim's, you cannot actually initiate. And if you cannot initiate, well, you can actually initiate with the gush. But again, if you use your gush, the enemy will know your positioning. And if they know the direction of the gush, they will be able to play around it. They will be able to dodge your Ravage. Right? They don't care about you. They are just kiting you because you don't have a fucking Blink Dagger. Right? They're just running away from you. That's how useless this build. If you're going to play from behind, you have to be ballsy. You have to be cocky. Because if you're not going to gamble, you're not going to win by just waiting for the enemy's mistakes. And a Ravage for Fudge only. Aw, come on. Not really worth it. Now your Ravage is gone for 150. And then the Pudge just died for 40 seconds. Is there a lineup where first Ags is good? Yeah. Illusions and then Summons. PL, Naga, Terrorblade, Summons like Beastmaster, Lycan, Enigma, Nature's Prophets, Chan as well. If the enemy will push, if the enemy will rely on the illusions, so yeah. Those. But if the enemy has something like mobile heroes like the Ember Spirit, Spectre, Lina, I don't think the Aghanim is really good. Thank you for the game. I was the Ursa. I was so tilted. With coach. Okay. Okay. As long as you learn, it's fine. And in this game, Spum, I think we. Okay. I'm actually about to say that this game is over, and then we don't have anything else to learn. But let's see. Let's see what is the magic of your Aghanim Scepter. Even though it's not really optimal in this case. And you don't have Ravage because you use it on the Pudge, right? You cannot do anything. And then your Invoker has spells as well. Like, look at him, Aghanims. Right? So you can go for Ravage and then Cataclysm. That's something that I actually missed talking about. But, yeah. That's a problem. You're only playing for yourself. You're not playing for your team. Well, now your Aghanims is being useful because you're clearing the illusion. Illusions that actually don't matter. Ravage, but she used BKB, and then that guy has Aegis. See how useless you are? That's how useless your Tidehunter is. It's so useless. The enemy is just walking in and out. They're not afraid to go. So yeah, I told you, Aghanims is bad. And do you have any questions for me, Miss Pum? This game is over for me. Do you have any questions? I think you are not going to win this game. Yeah, you're not going to win this game. I knew it. Any questions, though? Crusader 5 offlane plays like this, and I play good, and so Crusader 3. I mean, that's how matchmaking works, you know? It doesn't matter if you're better than him. Maybe it's something to do with attitude in the game. Maybe the guy is positive. We don't know. I think I've learned a lot from this analysis. We'll try to improve on my last setting and Fripp aggro. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing the replay, and good luck and have fun with your games, and enjoy the weekend, bro.